Hi, welcome to Reading the Bible with Nikki slash Poetry and Prophecies. Yay! These are the last three chapters of the Old Testament, and then we are done. And we start the New Testament on Monday. I am so excited. Yay! I fucking finished something for the first time in my life. I'm so excited. Only because I finished something. Um, so exciting. So, make sure you took your pills. We're not that late. So, take your pills. Then, pack a bowl. And yes, I said pack a bowl. Change your diaper if you got a problem. It's probably time for a diaper change. Then, grab your smokes, get comfy, make sure you have your reward for the evening, the keep other people alive juice. And then let's smoke it, drink it, and read it. Somebody made a comment on my Gab about, I don't listen to stoners. It's probably why you're stupid and commenting. I don't watch your video. Why are you commenting? I just pretty much was like, and I don't like your video, I'm not watching it. And well, I don't like stoners. And like, change your diaper, old man. Okay. So this is Sirach chapter 49. And this one is called Josiah and the Prophets. And it says, the name Josiah is like blended incense, made lasting by a skilled perfumer. Precious is his memory, like honey to the taste, like music at a banquet. For he grieved over our betrayals. Oh, he flipped McNuggets, yes, he did, and destroyed the abominable idols. He did. And he kept his heart fixed on God. Yep. Until he became a teenager. And in times of lawlessness, practiced virtue until he became a teenager. Except for David, Hezekiah, and Josiah. They all were wicked, and they still are. This should say they all are wicked because they're terrible fucking people. They abandoned the law of the Most High, these kings of Judah, right to the very end. No, not really the kings of Judah. Some of those guys were all right. Well, more were good than bad. The kings of Israel were all the bad ones. That's why Israel can't be trusted. So he gave over their power to others, their glory to a foreign nation who burned the holy city and left its streets desolate. As foretold by Jeremiah, they mistreated him, who even in the womb had been made a prophet, to root out, pull down, and destroy, then to build and to plant. Ezekiel beheld the vision. This story of Ezekiel, I don't know if I'm missing something, because apparently his way of prophesying was supposed to be some kind of way, and the Jews were scared people were going to prophesy like him. But he didn't do anything. Like, do they want to make that book taboo because he's told the truth? He actually told people how to do it. Okay. Ezekiel beheld a vision and described the different creatures of the chariot. He also referred to Job when who always preserved in the right path. Then to the 12 prophets. May their bones flourish with new life where they lie. Was there only 12 prophets? Wow. May their bones flourish with new life where they lie. There's something missing. They gave new strength to Jacob and saved them with steadfast hope. The heroes after the exile. How to extol Zerubbabel. He was like a signet ring on the right hand. And Jeshua, Jozadak's son. Where was Jeshua at? What? In their time, they rebuilt the altar, erected the holy temple, destined for everlasting joy. Zerubbabel was there. Joshua, though. I don't know. Exalted be the memory of Nehemiah. He rebuilt our ruined walls, restored our shattered defenses, and set up the gates and bars. The earliest patriarchs. Few on earth have been created like Enoch. I want to know who that is. He also was taken up bodily. Was never a man born like Joseph. Even his dead body was provided for. Yeah, they took Joe's bones everywhere. The guy wouldn't leave them. He said, no, we're taking those too. Moses took Joseph's bones. Glorious too were Shem, Seth, and Enosh. And I guess Seth, right? Seth would, the line of Seth. That's where Noah came from. Came from Seth. It's Adam's fourth son. And I don't know about this Enosh. Did we read about him? But beyond that of any living being was the splendor of Adam. Look, even right here, he calls everybody else human being. He calls Adam a living being because he wasn't human. We didn't descend from Adam. We descended from Noah. And I'll never stop believing that because we're being tricked. Okay, chapter 50. Give me 1 second. Okay. Chapter 50. One more left. Simeon. This is called Simeon, son of Jochanan. 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 Did we read about? Wasn't Simeon Jacob's son? Greatest of his family, the glory of his people, was Simeon the priest, in whose time the house of God was renovated, in whose days the temple was reinforced. I want to read about this guy because I don't think Simeon was a priest when they built the church. In his time, also, the retaining wall was built, the powerful turrets for the temple's precincts. In this time, the reservoir was dug, a pool as vast as the sea. He protected the people against brigands. What the fuck is a brigand? When did this happen? What the double extra fuck? Hi, baby.
Hello.
I don't know what happened.
What'd you do?
Well, I don't remember this story. This guy's talking about something, and I don't know. And maybe I don't know just because I don't like this guy and I'm looking for something to not like.
What's
But
the story?
I seriously don't remember. I guess Simeon was a priest, and when he was a priest, the temple was built, reinforced, and the retaining wall. But that wasn't the prophet that did that, though. With his powerful turrets. Turrets are guns. Did they have guns back then? I don't think they had guns. So,
No, they didn't.
yeah, and a turret is a gun, right?
Well, no, they could have had like ballista type things.
No, they didn't have that at this time.
Well, they did. The Romans had that.
This is before the Romans. Well, as far as I know, it's
No, the Bible was during Roman times.
No, that's the New Testament. This is the Old Testament. This is before all of that. A small tower on top of a larger tower.
Wait, no, the Old Testament was the original, right?
No, it's the history of these terrible ass Jews.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's the history before the Romans and shit.
So then it would have been the Greeks.
It was before that too. They're just now getting into the Greeks.
Then yeah, they still would have had ballistas.
Hold on.
They would have had stuff like that.
This is what it's called. It says a small tower on top of a larger tower or at the corner of a building or wall, typically of a castle. A castle with fairy tale turrets.
Yeah, so they would have been like giant crossbows on top of those castle walls.
Okay.
They would have shot like
giant crossbows.
They would have shot giant arrows, or they would have shot a bunch of mini ones.
Okay.
So yeah, they did have like
they did. They've had arrows since David.
Yeah, and that's after David, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's progressing.
Okay. So And this time the reservoir was dug. No, the reservoir was dug in Hezekiah. And this definitely wasn't the priest during Hezekiah. A pool as vast as the sea. This also wasn't this. Who is this guy? He protected the people against brigands. I don't know what this is either. What the double extra fuck is this? Define. A member of a gang that ambushes and robs people in the forests and mountains. Who is this guy? How splendid he was as he looked out from the tent, as he came from behind the veil, like a star shining among the clouds, like the full moon at festal season. Is this guy gay for whoever he's talking about? This is like a love poem. Like sun shining upon the temple of a king, like a rainbow appearing in the cloudy sky, like blossoms on the branches in springtime. See, this could be in the Song of Solomon written about a girl, like a lily running by waters, like a green shoot on the Lebanon in summer. Like a green shoot on Lebanon in summer. This must be a typo too, because it seems like it should say in Lebanon in summer. Like fire of incense as sacrifice, like a vessel of hammered gold, studded with all kinds of precious stones. Oh, he's in love with this guy. Like a luxuriant olive tree, heavy with fruit, a plant with branches abounding in oil, wearing his glorious robes, and vested in sublime magnificence as he ascended the glorious altar and lent majesty to the court of the sanctuary. This is the nicest he's wrote about anybody. When he received the portions from the priest, while he stood before the sacrificial wood, his sons stood around him like a garland, like young cedars. See, why does it keep saying on Lebanon? Shouldn't it say in Lebanon? Like poplars by the brook, they surrounded him. All the sons of Aaron in their glory, with the offsprings of the Lord in their hands, in the presence of the whole assembly of Israel, once he had completed the service at the altar and arranged the sacrificial hearth for the Most High, and had stretched forth his hand for the cup to offer the blood of the grape. That's juice, by the way, wine, and poured it out at the foot of the altar, a sweet smelling odor to God the Most High. Yeah, but he don't like grapes though. Why are you going to give him grapes when you don't like grapes? Then the sons of Aaron would sound a blast. You mean blow the trumpet. The priests on their trumpets of the beaten metal, a blast to resound mightily as a reminder for the Most High. Like, brr, 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 hey, we're here, big guy. All the people with one accord would fall. Well, everybody would do the face thing in adoration before the Most High, before the Holy One of Israel. Then hymns would re-echo, and over the throng sweet strains of praise resound. All the people of the land would shout for joy, praying to the merciful one, as the high priest completed the service at the altar by presenting to God the fitting sacrifice. Then, coming down, he would raise his hands over the congregation of Israel. The blessing of the Lord would be upon his lips, the name of the very Lord. The name of the Lord would be his glory. The people again would do the face thing to receive the blessing of the Most High. And now, bless the God of all, who has done wonders on earth, who fosters growth from the womb, fashioning it according to his will. May he grant you a wise heart. You right there, looking right at me, you. And abide you within peace. You right there, who's looking at me going, is she talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. And may his goodness towards Simeon last forever. This guy's got a bromance going on for this Simeon. He may fulfill for him the covenant with Phineas. So, and this is Phineas without the verb. So that it may not be abrogated for him. Does this mean saved? Let's find out. Appeal or do away with a law or formal agreement. Revoke, repeal, okay. May, and so that it may not be null and void for him. His descendant, or his descendants while the heavens last. Epilogue. Here we go. My whole being loathes two nations. The third is not even a people. The inhabitants of Seir and Philistia, which is known as Palestine, and the foolish people who dwell in Shechem. So Jews and Muslims, well, Judeans, Israelis, and Palestine. Wise instruction. The third is not even a people. I can't even. Wise instruction and appropriate proverbs I have written in this book. I, Yeshua ben Eleazar ben Sirah. The fuck kind of name is that? These three are supposed to be super wise. Well, Ben is from Star Wars. I don't know. But Yeshua and Eleazar. And isn't Yeshua Jesus? Eleazar is definitely a priest, though. Son of a bitch. My computer's about to die. Okay, it's 50%. Okay. Anyway, Ben Sira, as they poured forth from my heart's understanding. Okay, I have written in this book. I am doing it. Okay. Okay. Happy those who meditate upon these things. Wise those who take them to heart. Yeah, Ben Sira, I'll pass. You give the worst advice. If they put them into practice, they can cope with anything. Maybe, no. For the fear of the Lord is their lamp. That guy I'll fear maybe, but I'm not listening to any fucking thing you say. Oh, all right. The last chapter. Give me 1 second. Okay. Last chapter of the Old Testament and Ben Sira. A prayer of thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm gonna thank this guy with a swift kick in the motherfucking ass. I do not like this guy. I give you thanks, Lord and King. Big guy. I praise you, God, my Savior. I declare your name, refuge of my life, because you have ransomed my life from death. You held back my body from the pit, and I delivered my foot from the power of Sheol. Well, at least he used the right words. You have preserved me from the scourge of the slanderous tongue, and from the lips of those who went over to falsehood. You were with me against those who rise up against me. You have rescued me according to your abundant mercy from the snare of those who forsook my downfall, and from the power of those who seek my life. From many dangers you have saved me, from the flames that beset me on every side, from the midst of fire till there was not a whiff of it, from the deep belly of Sheol, from deceiving lips and painters of lies. Oh, that's good description right there. From the arrows of the treacherous tongue. I was at the point of death. My life was nearing. My life was nearing the depths of Sheol. I turned every way, but there was no one to help. I looked for support, but there was none. Then I remembered the mercies of the Lord. This is what I tell my son. Whenever you feel like there's nothing, there's always God. His acts of kindness through the ages past, for he saves those who take refuge in him and rescues them from every evil. So I raised my voice from the grave. From the gates of Sheol I cried for help. I called out, Lord, you are my Father, my champion, my Savior. Do not abandon me in the time of trouble, in the midst of storms and dangers. I will always praise your name and remember you and remember you in prayer. Then the Lord heard my voice and listened to my appeal. He saved me from every evil and preserved me in the time of trouble. For this reason, I thank and praise him. I bless the name of the Lord. Ben Sira's pursuit of wisdom and still haven't got any. Bad advice giver. When I was young and innocent and didn't lie to people, I sought wisdom and didn't get any. Shut up, Nikki. Shut the fuck up. When I was young and innocent, I sought wisdom. She came to me in her beauty, and until the end, I will cultivate her. As the blossoms yielded to ripening grapes, the heart's joy, my feet kept to the level path, because from the earliest youth I was familiar with her. So, when did she tell you it was okay to lie and give bad advice? Shut up, Nikki. In short time, I paid heed. I met with great instruction, since in this way I have profited. I will give my teacher grateful praise for teaching you to lie. I resolve to tread her paths. I have been jealous for the good, and I will not turn back. I burned with desire for her, like for that guy. Never relenting, I became preoccupied with her, never weary of extolling her. I spread out my hands to the heaven and came to know her secrets. Before I purified for her, I purified my hands. But you wipe your ass with your left hand. You should. You should have already purified your hands, you gross ass. And cleanness I attained to her. At first acquaintance with her, I gained understanding, such that I will never forsake her. My whole being was stirred to seek her. Therefore, I have made her my prized possession. The Lord has renewed me. The Lord has rewarded me with lips, with a tongue for praising him. Come aside to me, you untutored. These people should stay the way fuck away from you because you give bad advice, Ben Sira. And take up lodging in the house of instruction. How long will you deprive yourself of wisdom's food? How long endure such bitter thirst? Open my mouth and I will speak of her. I open my mouth and will speak of her. Gain wisdom for yourself at no cost. Take her yoke upon your neck, that your mind may receive her teaching. For she is close to those who seek her, and the one who is earnest finds her. See for yourself, I have labored only a little, but I have found much. Acquire but a little instruction, and you will win silver and gold through her. May your soul rejoice in God's mercy, and do not be ashamed to give him praise. Work at your task in due season, and in his own time, God will give you your reward. That is the end of the Old Testament. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Ah, man, so exciting. Man, we're done. Now what? Now what do we do? I will be back on Sunday with Quickie with a Quickie with Nikki episode. I'll try to remember what I learned. We probably learned stuff, right? Anyway, if you watch this, write in the comment what you've learned, and I will put it in my episode or read it. Let me know if you want me to read it on camera, because I will, and then talk about it. It don't much matter. It'll be fun. Anyway, we're done. Oh, we're done. And it's like 11ish something. It's 11ish. And I'm done, so I can go to bed early. Oh, man. So excited. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I can't even concentrate how excited I am right now. I'm so excited. Anyway, I think that was it. Was that it? Monday. I don't know if I want to do Maccabees first, if I want to read the history of these people before I actually read about these people, or if I want to read about these people and then read the history of these people. I don't know. I'm talking about the New Testament characters. I don't know. Do I want to start at the end and work my way through the rest of the story like Ocean's 11? Start at the end and then rewind my way there? What do I want to do? I don't know. Put in the comments. Do I want to read the Maccabees in the morning and then the New Testament at night, or just read the Maccabees, like some Maccabee in the morning, some Maccabee at night, and get through it and then read the New Testament? I don't know. If you have an idea, put it in the comments. I'll check. I'll look. I even read it. I read the comments. There's usually not on my videos on the YouTube, which is where you should comment, by the way. And also like and subscribe. Anyway, I think that was it. Oh, and be careful what you say on YouTube. But I also am on BitChute and Rumble. You can comment your hateful shit there. Don't do it on YouTube, because, YouTube gets all of their tampon gets dirty way too fast. So, I don't know. They definitely need a diaper change, though. Anyway, I think that was it. No, that definitely was it. I know it. So, thank you for watching. I love you. And almost. Thank you. I love you. And have the sweetest dreams ever.